Hi, everyone. Welcome to Mini Scroll, the daily internet culture podcast bringing you the biggest stories from social media, the creator economy, and the digital space every Monday through Thursday. I'm your host, Lauren Meisner, the founder of the youth digital media brand Centennial World. Okay, so I just went to a brand event. It was a berries class, and I had to quickly shower and run upstairs to do mini scroll. Oh, I have hair all over my hand because I had to brush my hair with my fingernails because I forgot a hairbrush. So my hair on camera, hopefully these big headphones are covering it, but it is looking a little unwell. As a blonde, I forgot my K18 oil. I forgot my proper shampoo and conditioner. I forgot my hairbrush. So she needs a little help. Anyways, let's just get right into the stories for today. So I have two stories for you guys. The first is I wanted to quickly cover the underconsumption trend going on TikTok. So over the past couple of weeks, a new trend has emerged on TikTok called underconsumption-core or normal consumption-core. As Crystal Andrews writes for ZFeed, quote, "It's pretty straightforward. Users are sharing the mundane, normal things in their homes and lives that they use over and over again. Dirty sneakers they've been wearing to the gym for years and years, showers that contain only supermarket brand shampoo, conditioner, and body wash, a kitchen shelf of mismatched glass jars, a two-step skincare routine, and a crusty bronzer compact. The focus is on well-used, even worn, items in low quantities, but the most crucial part is the presentation. There is no attempt to showcase these things in an aesthetic way. It's simply what normal life looks like for the vast majority of people." So I'm sure you guys have seen these videos. They're essentially in response to, I would say, overconsumption and how social media, particularly influencers, really push the overconsumption of beauty, lifestyle, fashion, all of that, even tech. I would say it's also in response to the restocking or collection videos, Stanley collections. Those were they're still really popular, but they were so popular last year at one point. Everyone's showing that they had a Stanley color for every type of outfit they could possibly have, shelves and shelves of Stanleys. And there's just a few different items like that just kind of end up going viral and people get really obsessed with collecting them. It reminds me of 2015, 2016 beauty YouTube. And I definitely fell victim to that. I still have this giant glam station at my house, but it's literally just all those IKEA drawers with a giant mirror with the glam lights around it. And I love getting ready there. And I think I will always have a glam station. It is truly where I feel my happiest is doing my glam at my big glam station. But my drawers, I have, I don't know, maybe 10 drawers, big wide drawers, and they are just filled with makeup. And some of that makeup I have literally had for probably 10 years. So I don't really buy makeup anymore because I don't really need to. I buy mascara and foundation things I go through that I use all the time, but eyeshadow and stuff I never buy because I still have so much. And I think that's kind of where we're headed now anyways, especially with cost of living and just we're in a different time period than the mid 2010s. So it is kind of interesting that overconsumption and collections and hauls and all of that got really popular on TikTok for a little while. It's not to say that they're not still really popular because they absolutely are, but I do think that this trend, this underconsumption trend, is showing that tides are shifting. And it's such a positive trend. Watching these videos, it's just a warm, fuzzy feeling inside. You're oh my God, that is what my shower looks like. Or, oh my God, that is, what my pantry looks like, what my kitchen looks like, all of this stuff. It's so nice to see just normal life. But Crystal's article also has a very interesting angle, and I'll obviously link it down below. But it explores how this trend could be a gateway to a person's deeper interest in things like sustainability and economic justice. It's not single-handedly going to lead people down that path, I don't think, and she kind of came to that conclusion as well, but it could open the door for that. But in general, I think this is just kind of a feel-good trend. And I was actually going to talk about how I think brands can jump on it. But I think that's the complete antithesis of the trend. So maybe that is something for you guys. I know a lot of marketing managers listen to the pod, for you guys to take with you. This trend is popping off. If there's a way to organically, put it into the brand, that would make sense, go for it. But I don't think I'm going to like necessarily encourage that because I do think that's kind of the opposite of the trend. Okay. And the next story that I have for you guys is that MrBeast has been exposed by an alleged former employee. Literally just yesterday, I said people are starting to turn on MrBeast and like speculate that MrBeast has a downfall coming. And I didn't even know that it was basically already happening. So I spoke about that in reaction to Rosanna Pansino's TikToks, where she's been kind of exposing what it's like behind the scenes of Beast Games, I think is what they're currently filming. And she's getting a lot of messages and stuff because she spoke out last year about how, like, what her experience was being on one of MrBeast's competition shows. So she's been getting a lot of messages and stuff from people who are currently competing. However, this is not related to that, but it's kind of like all coming to a head together. So this YouTube creator last week, he goes by Dogpack404. I have heard like some videos I was watching about it, like Philip DeFranco's video and stuff, said that his name was Dawson. I don't know if that's his first or his last name, but he started a YouTube channel and he posted like his first video was a 53-minute video where he talks about how he worked for MrBeast and he thinks he's a fraud. And the video has over 6 million views. Like it has just exploded. So I wanted to talk about some of the kind of main points that he brought up, and there was a lot, as you can imagine, so I can't go through everything. But the number one thing he says is MrBeast really manipulates children's minds for profit, and he claims that he does this in 3 ways. So he said step 1 is getting the viewer to associate the brand with trust and authority. He says, quote, MrBeast videos are real, and he's a great guy that gives away big rewards to his loyal followers, as in like that's what they want you to think, right? They want you to believe that MrBeast videos are real. He's this great guy. I mean, we've talked about that so much on this channel, like the public image of MrBeast and how that's so much more important than what he's actually doing on his channel. So step 2, he says, is showing people that when they interact with MrBeast in the way that he tells them to, they are rewarded. And he says step 3 is calling on the viewer to act in a certain way that benefits MrBeast with big rewards. And he kind of debunks some of this by saying that, you know, you won't win some of his competition shows and the things that he puts on his channel unless you're friends or family with MrBeast. He claims that a lot of the random subscribers or like random people, quote unquote, that he gets to compete in his videos are actually his staff, friends, or family, or the friends and family of his staff. So that was kind of the one big claim. He also said in there that some of his videos are like sensationalized and they use CGI and stuff, which I don't think that necessarily matters. Like MrBeast is making entertaining content for a young audience. I think that's to be expected, that some of the stuff he shows is not completely real. And then the other major thing he talks about is that MrBeast is running illegal lotteries and framing them as giveaways. And the target of these lotteries are children because that is the majority of who watches MrBeast. So an example of like how they're turning giveaways, quote unquote, into illegal lotteries is, you know, he gives examples of times when people have had to spend lots of money, like $45 or whatever, to like enter a giveaway. So that's kind of like gambling. So MrBeast personally has not addressed these claims. I mean, it's been quite a few weeks for MrBeast. He has not addressed this video, but it is gaining so much traction and all these huge YouTubers are reacting to it and stuff like that. But Chucky, who works on MrBeast's team, he actually addressed some of these claims on Twitter. So he wrote, I want to quickly debunk some of the info in this video since the guy who made it was on my team. I suppose he was his manager. It was my decision to fire him for erratic behavior. He worked at the company for less than a month and wasn't an employee for most of the videos he mentions to have knowledge on. There's so much in this video, and I want to specifically address him saying our videos are fake or staged because this is not true, and I was on set for many of these videos. He acts like he's exposing us for using CGI to make backgrounds look cool when we have done multiple public behind-the-scenes videos with Scripsky. So I have literally no idea what that word is. I don't know if this is like a YouTuber. So Crispy. Oh my God, So Crispy. Am I okay? With So Crispy showing this. It's clearly not a secret. On top of that, we did drive buses in that pit, and same with the train that you claim we didn't. I mean, that's kind of what I was saying, right? I don't think it's like that crazy that they might be using CGI or creating kind of fake sets and scenarios and stuff for his videos. So in relation to the statement that the YouTuber said, he said, "You won't get in a video unless you're friends or family with someone that works at Beast." So he says in response to that, "This is a wild statement that can easily be proven wrong. There's probably hundreds or thousands of people who have no affiliation to friends/family of Beast employees. Think the 456 people in Squid Game, ages 1 to 100, etc. Jimmy doesn't know more than like a dozen people, lol." So there was more to that, but I think the major thing that people are taking away from that Twitter thread is that he didn't actually acknowledge the lottery thing. And MrBeast would not be the first YouTuber who has a younger demographic where he is kind of indirectly promoting gambling to them. This happened with the Paul brothers. Just like a lot of those guys, I don't know if it's been by accident or they know what they're selling to them or promoting to them and they don't care, whatever it is. But there's been a few YouTubers like that have gotten in trouble for that. I think the difference with MrBeast is that he is promoting like his own services, like his own lotteries, as opposed to promoting like gambling websites or, external affiliations and companies and partners that don't actually have anything to do with the YouTuber. So I don't know. I highly recommend watching the video. It is quite a bombshell. But yes, I am interested to see how this keeps going. I think there's just like a massive pile on right now with MrBeast. And we've seen this a million times. Once it starts, it's really hard for it to stop if the YouTuber does not come out and make a statement. I feel like it is going to keep snowballing unless he nips this in the bud. But I feel like his tactic might be just to ignore it. We will see. Anyways, guys, that's it for Mini Scroll today. Thank you so much for listening. I love you guys. Please rate, review, and subscribe. It helps me so much. It helps me grow. I love you guys, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Okay, bye.